Hi, good evening, everyone. My name's RK, and I just found myself in my room. I have a hurt knee right now, and I just found some of my toy collections I want to share with you all. So basically, I'm a Marvel fan, and back in 2006, a toy company named Toy Biz, which had exclusive right to producing Marvel toys, and they've been doing that since the 90s, launched a Marvel Icon line wherein they released some 12-inch figures, popular Marvel characters, and I got interested with it. It was like a tribute to their popular characters. I'm fond of villains, and one of my first Marvel icon, and probably this is one of my favorite, is Venom. So as you can see, the detail in this figure is he is very comic book accurate. If you're gonna look at the paint application on it, it's very nice. The tongue is movable. The head moves up and down. Then there's articulation in the elbows, the wrist. There's individual hand articulation, as you can see. Then there's a ball jointed leg, and the knees can bend as well. And it's a pointed figure. I got interested with this because I used to collect a lot of build of figures, Marvel Legends, and these were just in scale with it, and it's cheaper. So I got this probably around less than $20, or that's 900 in Philippine peso. And this being a tribute to the Marvel icons, they released a poster book. So this is a poster book of Venom. So I'll just flip through some pages which I find interesting. So the first page contains some general information of Venom, his birthplace, height, affiliations, and his appearances. There's a brief write up on Venom, and then you'd see some fan art, then some famous covers. There you go. One of my favorites is, let me see, this one where he's chasing Spider-Man, and the other one is he's being chased by some of Carnage's web. This is him versus Logan, and this is Carnage versus Logan. This story of him was on the Trial of Spider-Man, where he helps stop Spider-Man defeat Carnage. All right, and this is a great poster. Venom chasing Spider-Man in the ring. So of course, Marvel came up with some popular icons for the popular heroes: Iron Man, Captain America, and Logan. So Iron Man came in a gold version, which probably retails around over $50, and the regular version, which is around $50, or that's 2,500. And then Captain America, I think, is the most expensive Marvel icon to date. It probably costs now at around 10,000 Philippine peso, $12,200. And then the variant, which I do have, and I'll show you later on, probably costs around 3,000 pesos, or that's roughly over $50. And Logan, if you're gonna imagine the markup of some of these toys, probably when they came out back in 2006, the prices were probably 1,000 to 1,500 for these figures, and now there's a huge markup for it because the toy company is non-existent anymore. And people like this line because it's comic book accurate, of the scale and the articulation. One of my favorite Marvel icon is Spider-Man. People like Spider-Man not because he's Spider-Man, but because of Peter Parker. Peter Parker has marriage problems, job problems, family problems, and a lot of us can relate to that. That's very human. So people are more concerned of, the story of Peter Parker. It's not like Batman where you're concerned of Batman and not Bruce Wayne. But anyway, with that being said, and since I had a Venom icon, of course I had to have Peter Parker. Now looking at the box, you're gonna see it says icons. It says over 30 points of articulation. Includes, of course, the usual poster book for each of these icons, which which was released back in 2006. And I'll just take it off the box for you to see the figure closer, but I won't loosen it up because I want to keep my figure small. Alright, one moment. Alright, so if you're gonna look at Peter Parker, it's still the same 12-inch figure. There's individual finger articulation like Venom back there. The thing that you're gonna like about these boxes is that they came with the famous covers, like this one where he's after the Vulture, his battle against Doctor Octopus. You know, some interesting stuff on Gwen Stacy. For those who recently watched Andrew Garfield's movie, there's really a lot. And if you're gonna look at the head sculpt, it's very comic book accurate. The thing about this Marvel Icons figure that I'm kinda curious about is why does the mask version more expensive than the unmasked one, the variant. For instance, this item costs just $20 or $25, but the one with the mask, this mask doesn't come in Peter, costs around 2,500 or $50 at least. So it's, you know, it might be a collector's thing or a chase figure, but you know, the mold is the same as the mask one. So I was kind of wondering why Captain America's mask version is way more expensive than the variant. So there you go. So I'll put it right there. Some of my other icon collections, of course. This is probably the most inexpensive one, which is Beast with the lab gown. And then the one I'm talking about is Captain America, the variant. Poster book. Same. Then, probably one of my favorites as well, because of the Avengers, Iron Man. Comes with a poster book. So basically, those are some of my Marvel 12-inch icon collections. I fell in love with toy collecting because I was really a comic book freak when I was younger. And I was cleaning my room and I found some of my old comics, which I'm going to show to you right now. Okay? Sorry for that. I'm hurting. Okay. So this is the Infinity Gauntlet. For those of you who don't know and watch the Avengers 2012 movie, it's not Galactus, it's not Doctor Doom or whoever, it's Thanos in the mid-credits part. There you go. He's the guy in this 6 series comic book, which is a book. And for those of you who don't know as well, Superman died. They say that they will be making a movie about Doomsday. I'm not sure if it would be, you know, comic book accurate. I do have some action comics, but I'm not really much of a DC fan. Although I'm starting to like the Batman series because of the recent movie Dark Knight Rises. Let me see. And here's Secret Wars. I'm lucky to have found this. This is how actually Spidey got his black costume, which got transferred to Venom. Then after the Infinity Gauntlet came Infinity Watch by Adam Warlock. This is one of my favorite Fantastic Four covers. There you go. The Human Torch. This is the series where he burned his skull out. What else do I have here? I have some Ghost Rider. What else? I'm just looking for some interesting comic books that have significance. I got an old Avengers. Marvel Milestone. Punisher meets Spider-Man. Of course, you have to have the X-Men. Secret Wars again. I do have X-Force 1. This is original. The thing about this is, if I just knew that back in the days these comic books would have some value, I would have stocked them, you know, kept them well, you know, well minted. It's too late now. I have Iron Man. What else do I have here? I have Infinity War. This came after the Infinity Gauntlet. One of the X-Men series that people followed back in the 90s is Executioner's Song. This is a good story about Cable. Of course, you'd have to have Wolverine versus Hulk. Uh, I do still have a couple here. This is some old school Avengers. It has Giant Man, Thor, Black Panther, Wasp. You know, these is I'm really a big fan of the 70s, 60s, early 80s Marvel. So that's it. Thank you for watching my video.